All right, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's well. I hope you all had a fantastic week. I'm Bianca. This is Chief Ifashai and Bianca Reads. So, this is for people with Leo placements and what they need to know for the next week. Spirits, what do people with Leo placements need to know for the next week? What do people with Leo placements need to know for the next week? Okay, the High Priestess. Oh, right. So we have the High Priestess here. So, Leos, you guys have been really, really, really intuitive. Like, really, really, really intuitive. You guys have been really, really, really intuitive. Like, you guys have been really investing a lot into your spirituality and into your spiritual needs. Like with this High Priestess, I'm seeing Leos that, like again, your intuition's just been on fire. Like, for example, like you hear your phone ding and you already know who texted you and you haven't even seen the phone. Or you're listening to the radio and you know what song's gonna play next. Or like you're just like, hello, like, what's that thing called? Like you just be knowing. I can't think of the specific word right now. I want to say, like, if you guys ever seen like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Joseph's Joe Story, he has that ability where he'll know what the enemy is going to say next, like something like that. The word will come to me. I have the Empress card here at the bottom of the spread, the Four of Cups, the World card, the Ace of Cups. Okay, looking really good. I have the Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. The Judgment card at the bottom of the deck. So I've definitely been seeing that you've been picking up like a lot of things. Like you've been doing a lot of intuitive like messages to you. You've just been so spiritual, finding out more about yourself, just doing spiritual things like you've been investing into like spiritual cleansings, like just things to help uplift you, which is really cool. So, spirits, can we have clarification on the High Priestess? Can we have a card to clarify the High Priestess? Can we have a card to clarify the High Priestess? Okay. So they gave us a little bit. Yeah, you've been really consistent too. Like when it comes to matters in terms of like your spirituality, you've been really, really consistent. You do things every day and you do everything, even if it's like the simplest things, like you do it and you treat it like if it's like a ritual. Even like when you like taking a shower, like I see like you like envisioning yourself like just spiritually cleansing. Like I love it. I really do love it, you know? Like you've been trying to be like more consistent because you feel like, you know, things have just been kind of a little bit like overwhelming. Like maybe you had like too many things to like juggle. So I'm seeing like this week, like recently, but more so this week, like you'll be spending more time like kind of like spiritually grounding yourself. Um, like just slowing it down, taking it easy to try and like get the mind to slow down because you could be feeling like a overwhelmed, dealing with a whole bunch of things all at once, you know. And when somebody is doing all these things all at once, you're focused on the day-to-day things that sometimes you may even have a hard time looking towards like in the future. So you just kind of really want to like take a step back this week, be really focused on your spiritual side, focus on grounding, cleansing your energy, protecting your energy, and just kind of regrouping. I guess that's like a better thing. So with this Empress here, you want to tap more into like your feminine, like receiving like energy, like being like more nurturing, but being like more nurturing like with yourself. Spirits, can I have clarification on the Empress? 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 Yeah. So as you're spending like this week, like regrouping, taking time to yourself, like just really spiritually grounding and like cleansing yourself, like you could be getting like more like clarity, like because you'll be like more really in tune of like what your intuition is telling you. Like you'll be like, okay, like for example, knowing kind of what situations that you want to stay in, what situations that you want to avoid. Like if there's something that's been kind of making you unhappy, you'll be like, all right, you know what, it's time for me to get up and walk away from this situation. You don't want to be dealing with anything that can make you have like make you be like in a bad um bad energy, making you feel like bad, you know. So if there's anything like, for some of you, you could be very unhappy like with your job. Others, you could be really unhappy with like your relationship. So you're at like a point in your life where, you want to see and assess what it needs to take you to like the next level of like your life. Like you just want to invest in yourself more, Leo. Like you want to be selfish, but selfish for yourself. That's the best thing to say. Yeah. Spirits, can I have clarification on the Four of Cups? Can I have clarification on? Oh, okay. Yeah, look, the Temperance, the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you feel like you've just kind of been like neglecting like yourself, like neglecting taking care of yourself. Um, like usually typically you're like really good at like balancing everything. Um, like having good management skills, and typically that things are really balanced, but this week is just kind of like taking like a step back, like, whoa, let me take it easy here. you know um and today is the new moon in the constellation of Aries. So if you're like a Leo rising in particular, at least in sidereal astrology, this Aries will fall into your ninth house, if I'm not mistaken. And the ninth house is spirituality. Um, it's like higher education. It's everything that you are just kind of going to be naturally like aligning yourself like with, like it's all just like really like nurturing yourself. Like you could be giving way too much energy to others, you could be giving way too much energy to like your job, and just not enough energy, just not enough spending it on yourself. Like you could be feeling like burnt out, tired, out of it. Spirits, can I have clarification on the world card? Can I have clarification on the world card? Can I have clarification on the world card? Yeah. Like you could be feeling like you're just kind of like stuck like in a rut. um like it's like you want to like break free out of like this pattern, or you just want to like break free from like where you're at. But if your energy is like in eight different places, it's just this week you just need to regroup. You need to regroup. Meditate some more, just practice grounding exercises. Like some of you may like nature walks, so going out like nature walks, even taking like a couple of minutes to yourself during the day to just kind of like woosah, whatever it takes. Others of you may incorporate grounding exercises into your everyday routine to kind of make up for it. Like I know, like I'm like envisioning some of you like you know drinking tea, and like drinking your tea with like intention, like stirring your tea like clockwise, praying into it and just enjoying it. um really just focusing on the warmth and just using it like that. It's like a certain branch of philosophy, oh my god, philosophy. Can't remember the name of it, but there's this one famous philosopher where their whole thing is just focusing on how phenomenal everything is to it. The name is totally escaping me, but the point I'm trying to make is that Leo's like you could be like doing that, like taking time to focus like on the small things and not get carried away with like the day-to-day things. Like, oh, if you drink a cup of coffee, you'll observe all the amazing things that make it a wonderful cup of coffee. The cup is warm. You're feeling the warmth of it. The warmth is bringing you down. You're drinking it. The taste has, a strong, good taste. Like it's just all these things that like you're observing the phenomenon that's also really helpful. I like grounding and just, and it could be for everything. Like even when you go to take your shower, just observing the water, how it feels, it's warm, like just everything, describing everything. Those are also cool little practices to incorporate in like your day-to-day routine. Spirits, how about the Ace of Cups? How about the Ace of Cups? The Justice card. Yeah, I'm just seeing that, like you've just been feeling like in a rut. You've just been feeling like in a rut. So, this new moon that's happening today is really going to make you be more aware of what it needs to be, like what steps you need to take to get yourself out of this rut. So being more consistent with your grounding practices, investing into yourself and pouring time into yourself, you know, like lately you haven't been doing that and you've been feeling the consequences of that. You've really been feeling the consequences of that. So you really just kind of want to balance it, balance your life, balance these things. Like, um, you like there's a new beginning that you want to like embark on, like for some of you, maybe some of you could be looking for love, or some of you could be looking for a new place or a new business, just something new that's going to bring you emotional happiness. But before you get to that point, you have to be like internally happy inside and like with yourself. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you see the King of Cups. Yeah, it's like before, perhaps for most of you, you could have been approached by somebody that has a lot of love. Somebody could have come to like propose to you, or somebody could have come to communicate with you as well. So there's like a lot of different things that are going on, but many of you are feeling like, you haven't really, like, you're not where you want to be in order to accept this offer. Like you want to really just balance things out for your own self first before you even think about that, you know, like you've just been thinking, like, it's just a lot of things that you want to like do, Leo. Spirits, can I have clarification on the Ace of Swords? Can I have clarification on the Ace of Swords? Oh, okay. Can I have clarification on the Ace of Swords? I will take these two cards. Yeah, the Death card and like the Six of Wands. Yeah. So just kind of like receiving like a lot of clarity about like what you want. Like, it just all goes back to like wanting to regroup or focus this week so that you can think ahead of what you want in the long term. Like I'm seeing that you want to get out of this era that you're in. Like you want to get out of this phase because there's a new beginning that you want to start, you know. There's a new beginning that you want to start. And you have been working really hard, but it's okay to take some rest to yourself so that you can do even better. Like you have been getting like a lot of recognition for like your hard work. and you have been getting like a lot of success. You have been seeing a lot of success. You could also, oh, look, Ace of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so you could be receiving recognition this week as well for like all the hard work that you've been putting in. Spirits, can I have clarification on the Page of Wands? Can I have clarification on the Page of Wands? Can I have clarification on the Page of Wands? Okay, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, like I'm seeing here that right now, like before you get to like this Ten of Swords energy, it just all goes back like, okay, wanting to invest in you, wanting to invest in you, wanting to invest in yourself, like that's just kind of like your current environment, like how you're feeling right now. Spirits, can we have clarification on the Eight of Cups? Can we have clarification on the Eight of Cups? The Eight of Cups, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. You just want to walk away from anything that's leaving you to feel stuck. Anything that's making you feel stuck, you want to walk away from it. That can be people, places, things, jobs, environments. And, we're going to get more into that in a little bit to see, what has been draining you. But this is just kind of like a general story, like what's going on, like what you want to do. Spirits, can we have clarification on the Ten of Swords? I have clarification on the Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. It's like you know what is draining you. You know what is making you to feel tired. With this Queen of Swords here. You know. Look, I'm saying we have the Ace of Swords. You have the clarity. You know what you want. You know what you don't want. You know? So let's close this one up here. And let's see, what specifically is going on with you, Leo. What's making you to feel stuck? Let's get more specific here. Let's get more specific. All right, so spirits, what is making Leos to feel drained? What is making people with Leo placements to feel drained? Like, what is it that they want to walk away from? Like, tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on. Okay, the Queen of Swords. Uh-huh. The Ace of Cups. The Three of Pentacles. So it's kind of like it's kind of like a combination, actually. It's kind of like a combination of stuff. Yeah, and just facing some obstacles. Let's clarify this Queen of Swords. Spirits, can we have clarification on the Queen of Swords? Can we have clarification on this Queen of Swords? Can we have clarification on this Queen of Swords? Okay, the Queen of Swords again and the Eight of Swords. All right. Yeah. You've just been undergoing like a lot of conflict with like other people. And like, the constant conflict has just kind of been um making you very exhausted and very tired. And just got a lot of issues and like personal problems. You could be also having like certain conflicts, like, perhaps like, the previous spread, I saw like there was a King of Cups. So there was somebody that like approached you. Great. So we have clarification on the Ace of Cups. I get clarification on the Ace of Cups. Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, there's somebody that wants to approach you. Like you kind of been feeling intuitively that there's somebody that has great love for you, that wants to come in like with a love offer. They haven't come in with it yet, but And not that it's been causing stress, but you've just been kind of wondering, like, okay, can I handle a relationship right now at this point in my life? Spirits. And like not only that, if this person comes towards you, are the intentions true or not? Which we will check in a second. What about this Three of Pentacles? What about this Three of Pentacles? Spirits. What about this Three of Pentacles? Can we have clarification on this Three of Pentacles? Okay, yeah. Like maybe at work you could be feeling kind of like more alone, or you could feel like you've been putting in all the hard work in it. I mean, you're gonna get recognition for your hard work at your job because, you've been kind of pulling it through for everybody. Um, so at least you'll get the recognition for it, but we can't not pretend that it's not tiring. And let's clarify this Seven of Wands. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. So there's somebody that wants to approach you, but this person that wants to approach you, I mean, it's the Ace of Cups, but I'm picking up now more that it's somebody that wants to approach you that has great love for you. And you have been thinking about whether or not you can handle them or not. But I feel like this is somebody from your past that wants to come. Like they want to come and have a brand new beginning. They want to come and have a brand new beginning with you. So there's somebody here, and maybe this person came with like a lot of stress. All right, spirits. So this King of Cups here, this King of Cups. What does this King of Cups want with Leo? That's a better question. What does this King of Cups wants with Leo? What does this King of Cups want with Leo? What does this King of Cups wants with Leo? Oh, they want to come in with an apology. They want to come in with a love offer. Okay, they're gonna call you. Yeah, they're gonna call you. Okay, they want like another chance. Okay, this is somebody that feels like you're from heaven, like you're their soulmate. Yeah, they've been really thinking about you and they've been thinking about the past and they really want to connect. Yeah, they really want a commitment. I don't know if they were serious about it before, but they do want a new era with you, Leo. Yeah, they really want to work things out and reconcile. Perhaps this person was like a really stubborn person before. Like you guys could get like nowhere with each other. So now I'm seeing that they've calmed down and they kind of want to come in and try again. That's what I'm getting. So this is kind of also like a thing that's been stressing you out because you intuitively you could feel that this person is coming back towards you. Maybe you've been noticing a lot more signs and synchronicities. Like you could be seeing like the specific type of car that they've been driving, or you've been seeing like their birthday on like the clock or just random places, or you could like songs from like that you guys used to listen to or their favorite songs could just be playing out of nowhere. You've just been getting like a lot of signs and synchronicities that this person is going to come and approach you very soon. So let's see what lies beneath for this person. Spirits, what lies beneath? What's going on with this King of Cups that wants to approach Leo? What's going on with this King of Cups that wants to approach Leo? What's going on with this King of Cups that wants to approach Leo? Ooh, okay. The hater card. Okay. Depression. Yeah, I'm seeing like what could have happened before was that like Leo, of course you're like a natural light to everything and everyone because duh, you're ruled by the sun. But I'm seeing that there could have been like a lot of haters looking at your guys' relationship and kind of like just a lot of evil eye that really could have just spoiled like a lot of things. Um, so I'm seeing that, there's a lot of things that had occurred that made you guys to just kind of go separate ways for the time being. And they've been really seriously depressed since then. They've been really seriously depressed since then. What's going on with this King of Cups? What's going on with this King of Cups? Yeah, fulfilling a fantasy. Yeah, they haven't been able to stop like thinking about you. They haven't been able to stop thinking about you. They haven't been able to stop thinking about you. Ew. Yeah, they feel destroyed, shattered, broken, effed up. Maybe like they decided it was a great idea to get with a bugaboo. And now they have a lot of regrets. And you could have found out about it, and now you're just like, all right, no more. But now they feel bad and they want to come back. They want to apologize and they want to say that they're sorry. Hey. Mm-hmm. Keeping you a secret. Yeah. Maybe even so, like when you guys were together, like maybe they could have been like, I don't know, like ashamed or like they didn't put your relationship like on a pedestal or like on a priority before. And you felt like you just like they just didn't like, how do you say it, like claim you, like they want to come in with a love offer like now, like they want to come in and actually give you like a commitment now with this Queen of Pentacles. Like they don't want to be in a non-committal relationship. Now I'm getting that they're real serious actually now, like they're serious. I'm getting that they're serious. They're real serious about you now. Keeping a promise. Yeah. So now I'm seeing that they're ready for commitment with you now, Leo. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. Um, so let's do some closing messages for you. A lot came out. Some closing messages for you, Leo, before we go. So, spirits, any other things, any closing messages for Leo? Final words of advice. Okay, the strength card. Okay, so I'm seeing be patient. Of course, the strength card, this is Leo. I'm seeing be patient, Leo. Everything's going to work out for you. Just continue keeping up with your spiritual practices. Continue grounding, cleansing, protecting your energy. Have patience with others' weaknesses at like your job and like your workplace. I'm seeing that you're going to be receiving a lot of recognition for your hard work this week. So that's some real good news there. I'm seeing that, this person that's coming back from the past, this King of Cups, I'm seeing that, if they do come back, and they will, you know, I know things might be hectic and you might not be looking for like a relationship. You don't want to end up like this. You don't want to end up like that. I'm seeing that, if you do go for it, to take things slow, like you don't have to rush into it. Let them prove to you that they want to be in a serious commitment. Let them prove it to you. Let them prove it to you. The Three of Wands. So I'm seeing that you're going to be receiving like a lot of good news, even though things may feel very overwhelming and hectic. You'll be receiving a lot of good news. Just continue to have your boundaries up. Keep your boundaries strong. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Continue taking good care of yourself. Be selfish for yourself and just take really good care of yourself, Leo. So that's all we have for today. I hope you have an amazing Sunday. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. All right. God bless you, Leo. Bye.